In this video, we're going to take a look at how you can create crop types in Farmbrite. We've navigated to the planting section on the left and chosen My Crops. This is where you'll define what you'll be growing. And that's an important distinction. Since you can have the same crop planted in multiple fields or beds, you'll likely want to track those plantings individually, but also want a comprehensive summary of the crop type overall. The crop type also houses information that is applicable to all of your plantings. To add a crop type, click New Crop Type. Farmbrite comes preloaded with hundreds of crops for you to choose from. You'll find many varieties of vegetables, lots of different fruit trees, and herbs and flowers as well. The seed packet details for these crop types that you find here are also preloaded in the system. But don't worry if you can't find what you're looking for, as you can always add your own unique crop types and supply those details yourself. Just type what you want to name it, and it will be added as a crop type. In our example, we're going to grow some peppers, and we'll define the variety as Hatch Green Chili. You can optionally supply an internal ID for harvest traceability, but if you don't add it, one will automatically be generated for you. You could add another crop type right now if you wanted to, but we'll move on to planting details. And this is where we see all the preloaded details from the Farmbrite Crop Dictionary. Things like how many weeks to start your seeds before your last frost, how long those seedlings take to emerge, the spacing for when they're planted, its light requirements, and the days until the plant is mature enough to harvest. And if you want to account for unique needs for a unique variety or your specific climate, you can always update any of this information too. And one quick note about frost and measurements. While we're on this page, you can configure your hardiness zone and the measurement units within your Farmbrite account settings. So it's easy to switch this to metric if you'd like. You can also choose your start method. You might direct sow some crops, while others are started in trays, or it could be perennial bulbs or even grafted trees. And speaking of perennials, if we were creating something like a fruit tree or a berry bush, we could mark this crop type as a perennial, and our planting of that crop type would be retained season after season. It's also important to choose how you harvest this crop. Bales, bushels, ounces, pounds, or tons might be applicable. And for budgeting and forecasting, you might supply how much you think you can sell a single harvest unit for. In this case, we might get $2.50 a pound for these special hot peppers. And also related to forecasting, you might input your expected yield per 100 feet or per acre. Then we can save, and we'll be brought to that crop type to add a planting. If you ever needed to change any of the crop type details that we just saw, you can go to the Details tab and edit anything that you need. Now that you have a crop type defined, you can move on to our next video to learn more about creating a planting for it. Or go ahead and create more crop types if you grow lots of different things. The choice is yours.